I've created this list of 51 things that you can do with your teens and with your whole family. There's also a printable for it, so if you want to check that out, it's on our blog under fall activities for teens. But I'm just going to read them off to you and let your imagination go wild. Okay, so we've got a bunch of outdoor activities for teens and families. You can go to a corn maze. You can do You Pick Apple Orchard. Go to an amusement park fall festival. A lot of them have like scary days at Disneyland, or Halloween or things like that. Go to a music concert together, concert in the park. Go to a fall parade or a fall festival. You can also volunteer at festivals. That's another way that teens sometimes like to get involved. Go for a bike ride or go mountain biking. The foliage this time of year is gorgeous. You could try participating in a fun run, a 5K, a 10K. Recently, my daughter's in cross country and she tried out the Ultimate, which was a ton of fun for her. So look around and see what kind of neat fall ones they have around. Take a drive to see the fall colors. If you have covered bridges near you, that's another fun thing to check out this time of year. Pick up soccer or football as a family or with some friends. Just go over to a park and play with a ball. Jump in a pile of leaves. You might think your teens are too old for this. I'm telling you, they're probably not. Have hot dogs or s'mores around a bonfire or fire pit. As the weather gets cooler, this is a great evening activity to just chill and chat. Go to a local pumpkin patch. Teenagers still like this. Do a fall scavenger hunt. Let them take their phones and a list of things to find and go explore a new area of town or even just around your neighborhood and get pictures of fall things. Go to a home football game at the local high school. This is a great fall activity for families to do, and usually pretty inexpensive as well. Go stargazing. Sometimes you can see meteor showers, sometimes you can see shooting stars and all sorts of other things at night, but stargazing in fall is nice because it's not super cold yet, but the weather is usually easier to see. You get better views on cold, clear nights. You could go camping together for a weekend. You can go for a nature walk and pick up things to use for fall decor around your house. You don't always think about the fact, but these leaves and dead things, they seem kind of ugly on the ground, but you can take them and arrange them artfully in your house for some really cute designs. My teenagers also like to go to a pioneer cemetery or to a graveyard and take photos, or just look around and read the odd headstones. Especially the older they are, the more interesting the readings are. Obviously, be respectful while you're doing that. Enjoy fall yoga outside. Your teenager might really appreciate doing something a little different. And there's plenty of free yoga practices online. Setting up bird feeders. If you set them up now in the fall, you'll have birds all through the winter. Hunting season. Some teenagers really like to go hunting. If you or another adult loves to do that, this is a great time to do it. Gardening together. There's lots of bulbs you can plant in the fall that will come up in the spring. You can also clear out old stuff, but just getting outdoors together and doing something to make the place look pretty is well worth it. You could learn how to go foraging for mushrooms or other edible things that you can find in your local area. And also fall hiking. This is still a really good time of year to get out and enjoy wild country together. All right, and then I have a bunch of fall activities for indoors that teens will enjoy. You could do a fall-themed escape room. You can find these online as packaged deals, or you could design your own. There's some websites that let you do that. Make a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato pie, or bake some other fall treats. A lot of teens really like to get going in the kitchen. You could go to an autumn-themed paint night. These aren't just for adults. There are some places where teenagers can come as well and do painting stuff, or they can do ceramics, but your teenager might really enjoy the arts and crafts. Or participate in a daily photo challenge. Challenge each other to see who can get the coolest photo based on the word of the day or the theme of the day. Volunteering at a local soup kitchen or food bank. This time of year is a great time for that. Try a hot apple cider bar. You can look up some great ideas on Pinterest and they'll give you ideas for things to add to hot apple cider or various ways to serve it. You can also make apple pie or have an apple pie tasting. If you don't want to bake it yourself, just go and buy a couple different varieties of apple pie from different places and try them out. You can also try making your own scented fall potpourri. One of my favorites is sliced oranges, whole cloves and cinnamon sticks and just simmer it on the stove. It smells amazing. You can do leaf crafts. I know we've all seen the little kid one where you color with a crayon over a leaf and you get the leaf rubbing, but there are so many other craft options out there, whether you're using real leaves or artificial. You can also attend fall festivals like Oktoberfest or Day of the Dead with your teenagers. You could try making some DIY beauty creations with pumpkin spice scents and flavors. You know, masks or foot scrubs is another one that's really easy to make. Go visit some new food trucks and try some new foods together. Teens love to experiment with things and explore. You could create a fall charcuterie board or an autumn snack board themed along autumn foods or just things that are orange or things like that. Go on a vintage thrift shopping adventure. See what kinds of cool fall stuff you can find at Goodwill or your local thrift store. Go to a spooky haunted house. Some teams would really love that. You can create a thankful tree. This is pretty easy to do. You can use printed leaves or you can just draw a tree on paper and add leaves and write things you're thankful for. We've sometimes done this on a pumpkin as well. Tell ghost stories together. Have an evening where you just sit around and tell ghost stories by the fire, inside or out. Hanging out in the hot tub together. One of my best friends tells me that this was one of the greatest ways her and her husband found to get their teens to chat with them was they had a hot tub and they would just sit out there and just shoot the breeze with their teenagers, and it was just a really low-key way for teens to connect. You can, of course, do the traditional pumpkin carving contest. You can create your own fun or scary costumes together. That's another fun activity for teens. Try some candy corn activities. There's plenty of those on Pinterest. You can look them up. But there's tons of things to be done with candy corn besides just eat it if you don't like to eat it. Watch movies with an autumn theme. So if you think about things like Good Will Hunting or Dead Poets Society or Sweet November, you know, Penelope's another really great one. I'm not necessarily recommending those movies specifically, but just saying there are plenty of movies with a fall theme that would be fun to watch. Hallmark movies too, probably. Have your teen make a scarecrow for the front yard or a wreath for the front door. Ask them to create an autumn mood playlist for you so that you can play it during the fall. Of course, you could go enjoy a pumpkin spice latte or your favorite pumpkin spice item at your local coffee shop. And lastly, you could celebrate a random holiday. There are a ton of strange and unusual holidays for each month of the year, and sometimes just having a unique thing to celebrate can be a great way to change things up and connect as a family. So I hope these ideas have been helpful. You can read the details on our blog, and I'll be back next week with some more ideas. Have a great day.